Hi, I'm Max Brett, and welcome to Hot Lava Sports. And today I'm going to talk about the future of the Padres. And we're just 16 days away from spring training against the opening game against the Dodgers on the 22nd. And Sunday, the 11th, the Padres pitchers and catchers report to camp, or that's when their first workout is. And then on the 16th, there's a full squad workout. So there's a lot of questions talking about regarding the Padres. Yeah, so the Juan Soto deal was not something that fans wanted, but we understand as a organization that he was going to expect like 400 million plus contract, and we wanted to get something out of it. So luckily for us, it's not so bad. We got Um, a starter, Michael King, that actually has some MLB experience. Drew Thorpe, who's going to be called upon. And Brito and Vasquez are probably going to be part of that rotation upcoming this year. But I really want to focus on Juan Soto because everyone talks about, oh, star player, oh, we were stacked, which is true. But there's some stats I want to bring up that are hard to ignore. So he had 109 RBIs, 132 walks, and that actually leads the league in walks. Um, yeah, he doesn't swing all the time, but the thing is he plays every day. He played 162 games, if that meant he started or if he was subbed in. So he's gonna be a hard player to replace, and um, um, his on base slugging was like 930. So what's that gonna do for the rest of the lineup? We need to get production in other departments. So and Tatis had Machado had 91 RBIs, Tatis had 78, and that was after that first 20 game suspension. So good thing for us. Tatis is playing winter ball in the Dominican Republic and really staying in shape and staying active and being ready for spring training. And also behind the dish, we're most likely going to use Campy like last year for the last few years, we were going between Hedges and Austin Nola, so that was not. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're defensive catchers, but they just weren't getting the job done. Um, I also have a concern in the outfield. I'm sure everyone you're all aware, like who's going to play outfield come opening day. Well, before I even go into that, losing Grisham to that Yankees trade was actually quite significant. He covered so much ground, and we didn't really as fans are really appreciate what he did until he's gone. But hopefully we'll have someone because he covered so much ground every single night he played, and he made those plays look so easy. And he is another lefty bat, which we don't really have many of. But so something I want to bring up is the who could play outfield for the Padres this season. Um, that's a good question. Right now, we only have Jose Azocar, Fernando Tatis on the depth chart, but in realistic standards, on the I'm looking at the 40 man right now, or the non-roster, and we have Jacob Marcy, Cal Mitchell, Rob Perez, and Oscar Mercado. I think that we're gonna definitely see. Oh, and then also Graham Pauley could play that position as well. Um, but we have to like Rob Perez and Cal Mitchell came from the Mariners, and we just signed them this offseason, actually not too long ago. Um, so So this last year for Rob Perez, he had 460 at bats, 112 hits, and 63 RBIs, 40 walks, with a 243 average, and and that was um, in the in Double A for the most part. And then Cal Mitchell, who was a Pirate, um, one second, yeah. So right here, Cal Mitchell, I think he was injured last year, but he was a really big. Um, I was really excited about him when he came up. So he's in play, and he got invited to the spring training. And then we have Jacob Marcy, which a lot of people think he might be the guy come opening day. So he has 125 hits, 46 RBIs, 46 stolen bases, a 274 average, 841 OPS, 428 slugging, um, with majority of that um, between Double A and High A, or A, yeah, High A. So I know it's the minors, but like if you're not going to sign a Bellinger because of how much money he's demanding, um, or if we're going to try to use someone from our own system, that's probably what we're going to have to do. And we have like 24 spring training games to decide what we want to do as an organization. Um, and even before we got Soto, this team was a World Series contender, and they still are. I mean, people forget that before Soto, the goal was to win a World Series. Yeah, it's bummer that we can't have Soto, but good thing is in our rotation in that trade we got an MLB ready pitcher Michael King, who's most likely going to be the number 3 pitcher. Um, and that's who we got in the Juan Soto deal, and we got Randy Vasquez and Johnny Brito, who also are most likely, I think, Mike Schilt was saying that they're gonna fight for the number 4, number 5 spot. Um, yeah, so we have a lot of, and then also Oscar Mercado. So we have a lot of young guys we could utilize, and there's even talk of Jackson Merrill um, going into the outfield or giving him reps, or I think they're saying Marcano. Um, make sure I'm saying that right. Um, Marcano Tupa. He has over like 200 innings experience in the outfield, so they could move him from the infield. And he's a lefty bat as well, so that'll be huge. Um, yeah, so like Manny Machado, great news. They said that the Padres expect him to be ready to start opening day at third base. But given that his shoulder injury, there's absolutely no reason to force it. Like, especially with a loaded infield, I wouldn't be opposed to keeping him as a DH at least to start the season, and then to kind of figure out where everyone's going to play. That's just me, but it's good news if you're a Padres fan like myself that we have um, players to utilize. And Bogarts has to have a better season. Like he can't just play like he was doing just last season. That's not going to get it done. And there's also talks of moving him from short to first or second, and um, Cronenworth's going to have a larger role. Um, I mean, he's not comfortable at first base, so they might put him at second. But if in a crowded infield, he might just have to play there and do what's best for the team. Um, yeah, and then also like the um, I'm just wondering that like will Jay Groom, a lefty pitcher, could he come in and help for some innings? Um, Jeremiah Estrada, we picked off waivers from the Cubs after the season. Eniel De Los Santos, we got him with the Barlow trade. Yuki Matsui, we got him in the Korean League signing pool. Sean Reynolds, Robert Suarez, that we're thinking who will be our closer. Matt Waldron, who could be the um, Robert Suarez, yeah, the closer, and then Matt Waldron, knuckleballer, who helped us with some innings. He actually didn't do so bad. He he struggled a little bit, but he's been faced some pro competition already. Steven Wilson also stepped up and pitched some starts. The ideal thing that could happen is Adrian Morjan to be the lefty pitcher, and as long as he can stay healthy, I like that. Um, and then we got Woosuck also from the Korean League, so I have high expectations from them. And then Tom Cosgrove, I really liked him as a rookie. I think he was like he really grew really quickly and took on bigger roles. Um, but yeah, the ultimately the health of Darvish, Musgrove, um, in that rotation. I don't know if we're gonna use like a 3 or 4 man rotation because like it's unlikely you're gonna have 5 or 6 that are gonna be like utilized. Pedro Avila, he got some. He had that. I was actually at the game with my buddy Jonathan, who's on this podcast as well. He had 6, 7 scoreless innings. Um, that that game that was really that was like really gave him a boost. Um, but this team is gonna need more production. Oh yeah, and Hasam Kim, like the rumors of him getting traded or not. Will we resign Gary Sanchez um, to catching? And like, because I know Blake Snell really liked him catching, so if we get Sanchez, would Blake Snell return? Unlikely, but you never know. Um, but we really need. Oh, like also, Jerkson Profar, switch hitter, can play infield and outfield. If we can get him on a minimum contract or an affordable contract, I think we should do it. Um, yeah, there's just we need to have a lot of um, because the season's just start is about to start, and we need just to be in game mode, know who's going to be, what our rotation is, what our lineups are, um, build that team chemistry before we head out to Seoul. And um, let me see here. And then we also have some expedition games against the Korean teams there. Um, yeah, I'm just looking forward to this season. And FanFest is going to come up soon, and the Tony Gwynn Plaza they're building that where the park at the park was, um, or is. Oh, and by the way, single season tickets have gone on sale now, so you can get them right now. That would be fun. Just bring your family, friends out. Um, yeah, just tell me what you're looking forward to this season and what concerns you have as a Padre fan and where you think what yeah, what your expectations are and what areas of need we could work on. Thank you and have a great day and stay safe. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.